What if I told you that hidden in Nichiren Buddhism is a chant that some believe can keep you safe from disasters? Most people only scratch the surface, but today we're going deeper, way deeper. There's a side to this practice that almost nobody talks about. And once you see it, you won't forget it. Today we are going to learn about Nichiren Buddhism in a simple way. There are some things about it that many people do not know, and these facts might make you think about Nichiren's teachings in a new way. As we go through these, tell me in the comments which one surprised you the most. And remember, there are some things very special about chanting Daimoku that might amaze you. I'll tell you about it at the end of this video. Here's a big one to start. Did Nichiren really think his path was the only real way? Yes. He believed that his interpretation of the Lotus Sutra was the most direct path to enlightenment. He was critical of other Buddhist paths, believing they led people away from true peace. Nichiren really loved this practice, and the Daimoku chant is said to have a special power that makes people feel safe and strong. We will talk about it very later in this video. Next up, did Nichiren think he was more important than Shakyamuni Buddha? Nichiren wanted to spread the teachings of the Lotus Sutra in a very hard time called the latter day of the law. Nichiren did not claim to be superior to Shakyamuni Buddha. He viewed himself as a devoted follower of Shakyamuni. While Nichiren emphasized the importance of his mission, he did not assert his superiority over Shakyamuni Buddha. Some Nichiren Buddhist sects, such as Nichiren Shoshu, regard Nichiren as the original Buddha, placing his teachings above all others. However, this belief is not accepted by all followers of Nichiren Buddhism. And just like Nichiren's teachings were seen as above all by some, the Daimoku chant is believed to hold a special power. As Nichiren wrote himself, this chant is the ultimate key to happiness and protection. So stay with me till the end to learn more. Could picking the wrong path lead to bad karma? Nichiren believed that not following the Lotus Sutra could lead to negative karma. This belief reflects Nichiren's devotion to the Lotus Sutra, which he viewed as the ultimate guide to enlightenment. For example, in his letter on establishing the correct teaching, Nichiren wrote about the dangers of following other teachings, urging people to embrace the one true sutra to escape suffering. Chanting Daimoku is not just for feeling safe inside. Some people say it can protect you from real dangers too, like a shield. We will talk more about it later. So, is Daimoku unique to Nichiren, is the question. Not exactly. While the chant Myoho Renge was popularized by Nichiren, elements of chanting existed in all the forms of Buddhism. Nichiren redefined and focused it around the Lotus Sutra, giving it a unique purpose and meaning. And this is very important in Nichiren Buddhism. He started using Myoho Renge on April 28, 1253, at a place called Sechoji Temple in Japan. Chanting Daimoku is very old. Nichiren said it can help us stay safe, not just inside, but also outside. Stay with me to hear the whole story.
Before we continue, Myoho Renge Online Buddhism is an independent body sharing the teachings of Nichiren Daishonin. If you're new, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Facebook page. You can find everything in the video description. Like and share this video to spread the important teachings of Nichiren, and tell us in the comment section below how you stumbled upon this video.
What is so special about the Gohonzon? The Gohonzon shows exactly what Nichiren Buddhists believe. It has many symbols that stand for different Buddhas and ideas. It helps people to think about being happy and wise. Some people think it can keep them safe too. The Gohonzon was first made by Nichiren in 1279. He made it to help people think about a Lotus Sutra. People hang it in a very special place where they can pray, called Butsudan. By the way, do you want a Butsudan? I will add a link in the description where you can choose from beautiful different types of Butsudans. However, Nichiren said, this Gohonzon is a mirror that reflects our internal life. Keep watching because the Daimoku chant has a special story about keeping you safe. Who is the real Buddha in Nichiren Buddhism? Some groups, like Nichiren Shoshu, believe Nichiren is the original Buddha. They think his teachings are the most important of all. They say Nichiren showed the true meaning of the Lotus Sutra, even better than Shakyamuni Buddha. But not everyone agrees with it. According to Nichiren Shoshu, Shakyamuni Buddha said in the Lotus Sutra that a new Buddha will appear about 2000 years later when people had forgotten the teachings. Nichiren Shoshu believes Nichiren was a special teacher who came to help people remember the right way during a tough time. They think he helped bring back people hope. But while Nichiren is highly honored, Daimoku is said to have a special power that can help people feel brave and strong. We will talk more about it soon. Did Nichiren Buddhism support nationalism? Some followers, especially in the early 20th century, believed that Nichiren's teachings, such as his focus on loyalty, unity, and the devotion to the Lotus Sutra, supported Japanese nationalism. During this time, Japan was going through rapid modernization and was looking for ways to unite the country. Nichiren's focus on devotion to the Lotus Sutra was seen by some as a way to promote national unity and justify Japan's imperial ambitions. This interpretation led to the rise of nationalist movements that use religion to support political policies, particularly during the early Showa periods in Japan. Many Japanese people believed that following Nichiren's teachings could make Japan stronger and more united. They thought it would encourage everyone to work together for the good of the country. However, not everyone agreed with this idea, and not everyone had good intentions. Nichiren's original intent was personal, spiritual growth for everyone and nothing else. Not about gaining power or control for some individuals. But some people believe Daimoku's power can keep us safe from many different kinds of dangers, even in faraway places. I will tell you more about it soon. What dangers did Nichiren's followers face? Many lay practitioners face persecution, such as imprisonment and social isolation, for spreading Nichiren's teachings, which shows the strong spirit of these lay movements. It's important to remember that their resilience was rooted in their faith, specifically in their belief that chanting Daimoku and the devotion to the Lotus Sutra will protect them and lead to enlightenment. According to historical accounts of the Atsura persecution, some followers were even executed, but they stayed loyal to their beliefs. The followers stayed brave because they believed that the Daimoku was like a magical shield that would keep them safe. Even when things were scary, they kept on chanting and never gave up. Just like these followers took big risks, Daimoku is believed to make people brave and keep them safe. We will talk about it soon. Did Nichiren's teachings make people proud of their country? Yes, especially in the early 1900s, some groups like the Imperial Way Buddhist League used his teachings to make people feel proud of Japan They thought Nichiren's word meant everyone should work together to make Japan strong. They used this idea to help Japan's goal to grow bigger, stronger. But his original goal, and don't forget this, was individual enlightenment and peace, not political, not national power. Historical contexts have often led to change it a little bit, the goals, the intent that suited them agenda, so to say, such as early 20th century Japanese nationalism. But Daimoku's power goes beyond making people proud of their country. We'll talk about it at the end. Does Nichiren Buddhism promise good things in life? Some modern interpretations emphasize prosperity and world benefits. And this prosperity view is more common in lay organizations such as Soka Gakkai International, but is not universally accepted among all other Nichiren Buddhist schools. Is wanting to be happy okay in Nichiren Buddhism? Some people say that trying to get good things is okay in Nichiren Buddhism. A long time ago, in the early Buddhism, like Theravada or Mahayana, people also wanted blessings. But in Nichiren Buddhism, people understand this in different ways. Some people like to chant to get nice things for themselves, like health or happiness or wealth. Other people think it's more important to help others and make the world a better place. How did persecution affect Nichiren's followers? The Atsuhara persecution was indeed harsh, with followers facing imprisonment, torture, and even execution for spreading Nichiren's teachings. Despite these severe challenges, it reinforced the faith of many followers. Their faith was like a shield, and Daimoku was believed to offer both spiritual and physical safety in tough times. What caused the first split in Nichiren Buddhism? Nichiren wanted people to be happy by believing in the Lotus Sutra and chanting, and he thought this would help everyone feel better and live good lives. But something happened after Nichiren passed away. When Nichiren died, his followers couldn't agree on how to follow his teachings or who should be the new leader. One of his students, named Nico Shonin, wanted to keep everything exactly how Nichiren taught it. He thought Nichiren's words were perfect and shouldn't be changed. But some other people thought it was okay to change it a little bit, so more people will understand and join them. Because they couldn't agree, Nico Shonin left. He thought the changes were not what Nichiren wanted. So the followers split into two groups. One group stayed with Nico and kept everything the same, while the other group made some changes. This is how Nichiren Buddhism became two different groups, each with its own way to follow Nichiren's teachings. The group that stayed with Nico Shonin is known today as Nichiren Shoshu. They kept everything exactly as Nichiren taught, without any changes. The group that made changes and adapted the teachings became what is broadly known today as Nichiren Shu and other branches of Nichiren Buddhism. And these groups were more open to adjusting the teachings to make them accessible for more people. SGI tries to make Nichiren's teachings fit in today's world, modernize it. They want people to feel strong and happy by chanting Myoho Renge to make their lives better. SGI or Soka International did not stay with Nico Shonin's group, because they didn't agree on who should be in charge or how to follow the teachings. In 1991, SGI became its own group. They kept many of Nichiren's main ideas, but wanted to share them with people from all over the world. SGI like to make changes so that more people can understand and join them. Did Nichiren followers start doing things he didn't like at first? Yes. After a while, some of Nichiren's followers started doing some of the things he didn't like before. They added special prayers, for example, like Singoshu, secret prayers, and ceremonies that Nichiren didn't want it at first because he believed that they distracted from the core message of the Lotus Sutra. And this shows that they were willing to change how they did things before. But chanting Myoho Renge is still something universal. What is the 100-day Aragyo practice? It's very hard and strict practice in Nichiren Shu, meant to help people become strong and tough. In this practice, people do things like meditate, chant, fast, and face tough conditions to make their body and mind stronger. People meditate in silence for many hours, chant for a long time, and sometimes they don't eat much food. They do this to make themselves feel stronger inside and out. Many people believe that chanting Daimoku gives them strength. It helps them feel safe and bravery every day, especially when life gets hard and scary. They believe it's like having a special power inside that protects them. Why did one Nichiren sect refuse help from outsiders? The Fujufu sect followed Nichiren's teachings very strictly, and they will not take help or gifts from people who did not believe like they did. This made them alone, and sometimes people were mean to them. The belief in Daimoku as a form of ultimate protection is specific to their spiritual conviction. Did Nichiren know about Japan's attacks? Nichiren warned of foreign invasions as a consequence of abandoning the Lotus Sutra. His warnings influenced many of his followers to stay very committed to spreading the Lotus Sutra. They thought this dedication could help protect Japan. It made them work even harder to share these teachings. And this idea of protecting the country by spreading the sutra made his followers feel a big urgency to the act. While these warnings happened around the time of the Mongol invasions, saying it was a prophecy is mostly a matter of faith. And just as Nichiren warned about invasions, Daimoku was believed to keep away all kinds of threats. It's coming up soon in this video. What happened when Nichiren was almost executed? A long time ago, Nichiren was going to be punished, executed, and his followers say that a bright light showed up and stopped it. They thought it was a miracle, and this story is very important to people who follow Nichiren. For those chanting Daimoku, it was not only faith, it was also seen as a shield against real danger. Keep watching, I'll explain later in this video. Did Nichiren believe women could find enlightenment too? Yes. Nichiren believed that women had the same spiritual potential as men, which was very progressive for his time. He thought that anyone, no matter if they were a man or a woman, could achieve enlightenment if they followed the teachings of the Lotus Sutra. This was an important idea because many people in Nichiren's time thought that only men could reach enlightenment. However, interpretations on gender roles vary within different Nichiren schools. Some schools focus more on the equality of Nichiren thoughts, while others are more traditional and still hold on to older ideas about men being more spiritually capable, which is not. Even today, many followers of Nichiren Buddhism continue to emphasize that both women and men can equally achieve enlightenment, making it a key part of their faith. But beyond just empowering the spirit, Daimoku is said to bring a kind of protection that covers mind, body, and even the world around you. And we're about to reveal that next. What did Nichiren mean by the latter day of the law? Nichiren believed that he was living in a spiritual degenerate age, where the Lotus Sutra was the only path to enlightenment. For him, chanting Daimoku was crucial to overcome the darkness of the era. This belief is central to Nichiren Buddhism, but is not universally accepted across all Buddhist traditions. And as times got tougher, Daimoku became more than just a chant. It was seen as a tool to survive, spiritually and physically. And let's get into the full story now. Can chanting Daimoku keep us safe from big disasters? Some people think it can. They say Daimoku is not just for feeling calm or enlightenment, it can also help protect people by giving them strength and calling on their special spiritual power. For example, during the big earthquake in Japan in 1923, some people said chanting Daimoku helped them stay safe. And these stories are still told today because Daimoku makes people feel brave during very scary times. Scientists like Dr. Masaru Emoto have studied chanting Myoho Renge, and they found it helps lower stress and makes people feel better. The chant makes special sounds called solfeggio frequencies, which are believed to help heal and bring good energy. And these sounds can make people feel less stressed, help their brains work better, and feel good overall. Even animals and zebrafish showed changes when they heard these sounds, these frequencies. Chanting also helps the front part of our brains to stay active, which makes us focus better. And these things can help people feel safer during tough times. Chanting also seems to change little germs inside of our body, showing both local and faraway effects. This is part of a bigger idea about how everything is connected and could bring more good things. It is scientifically proven. And these changes go beyond just brain effects and are believed to have some sort of magical side. It is how you think about it, like connecting to a higher power. And this shows how deep and special this practice really is. If you're curious about the science behind Myoho Renge, check out this video right here, True Facts about Myoho Renge backed by science. It's packed with facts that might just surprise you even more.